morning. Do you guys see that notification there in the window? On the top right hand corner it said no more room for eggs. We are gonna have to go and get rid of all those eggs that we got sitting there. Let's see if we can jump into something right away and let's see what we got, what we're dealing with here. I have a feeling we're gonna have a nice trailer load of eggs to haul away today. And because today is no harvest or anything, I have a feeling we're gonna have lots of time for something like that. Look at that. Beautiful rows of eggs. I don't think we should sit around and wait too long. We should just get right into it, wouldn't you say? Why don't we do that? I went to go find my gooseneck and my truck because I want to go load up all of those eggs. But wouldn't you know it, I actually had a fair bit of equipment loaded up on there already, and then I remembered. You guys will probably remember as well, I said that the last episode would be the last one where we would have the 1400 series combine. So this one is going back to the shop. It's getting sold. The little corn header as well, that's going to get sold. I'm also selling our Case 970. I have two of these cultivators. They'll both be going. And the reason why we're selling the tractor, we need something a little bigger for the fields that we just keep increasing in acres. So these tractors are just getting a little bit small. So I do have a plan in place and I can't wait to show you guys. But before we do that, we do have to sell what we have here. So let's start with the oh shoot, it's not even show my, yeah it is, there's the cultivator. Alright, we will sell. Alright, then we'll do the case. Very poor condition, 18.2 hours on it. I've had it for just over 2 years, so it's definitely served its purpose. And then we have this header also for 2 years. Very good. This one I've had for 17 months, so not quite as long. And the combine 35 months, so just about 3 years. And it's got lots of hours on it already. That is getting sold as well. There we go. The rest of that stuff can all stay. And so now we're going to go into the store and we're going to see what kind of purchases we can make, because it's an early Christmas for us and we want to bring this trailer back fully loaded. We need to make sure that we buy stuff that our farm needs, and I have just the thing. Okay, you guys will probably remember, actually I can even show you in my garage here, we do still have the Farmall Super M. It will also get sold today. The 1206 will be staying with us. It is our loader tractor, so it will stay with us, as well as the 1246. These two will stay, and then the Super M is going to get sold. In fact, we can do that right here. Wonderful. Okay. Trucks were fine, harvesters were fine now. Where is this other thing that I wanted? Oh yes, there it is, the cultivator, the other Massey 23. Sold as well. Okay, all of that to say, we're going to be getting 2 new tractors today. I know it's very exciting, and we definitely should be excited because we're growing up. We're getting more stuff, bigger, more powerful. So we got rid of 2 of the tractors, and so it's only fair we get 2 more in return. The first one, and this is going to be kind of my all-arounder, not my heavy haul, but just a little bit of an all-arounder. And you know, I could see it getting hooked up to a sprayer, I could see it getting hooked up to augers and stuff like that. It'll be the Farmall 1066 Hydro. This is actually a DLC, so I can't wait to show you guys that. Very little options as far as customization goes, pretty much just the weight. You know, how many suitcase weights do you want on it? And obviously you want as many weights as you can. So yes, we will purchase, and this is an expensive tractor too. There we are. And then our big one, so the 1066 is about 140 horsepower, but we're going to jump at another 40 horsepower for our cultivating this year. And the tractor I have chosen is not in this lineup. It'll be under medium tractors for some reason. I thought I had it, but hey, way to build the suspense. Way to build it. What we're looking for is the 86 series. So you can see 886, and then we go 986, 1086, 1486, and 1586. So here's about 180 horse. That's the biggest one we can get in this style. And I personally love this style of tractor. I think it's fantastic. We still want the two-wheel drive. I feel like that's still our thing. Single row crops, wide row crops, duals. I think duals are great. Those have wheel weights on them, really good. Just wide tire, very narrow. One of these I believe has plowing, but I could be wrong on that. Anyway, I'm looking for the duals, row crops, because I just think that looks really good, and especially if we're cultivating and stuff like that, we want that. As far as interiors go, we got standard black. You can kind of see inside. We got the red edition, and we have the Western, the premium. I love the Western. I think it's very true to Case and International, so that's what we're going to be doing. Here we have the exhaust just being the little clapper style. And we can go for a curved pipe, a really short pipe, and I think we're going to go with the curved. As far as attachments go, you can go with different suitcase weights, a quickie console, which will get you a loader. I don't foresee us needing a loader. I think we're better off just with weights. And all those other colors are fine. And this is going to be one expensive tractor, but I still think it's well worth it. So we shall buy that one as well. Now you guys will remember just a moment ago we sold our cultivator, and it only makes sense that we would add a new one to our farm lineup. What I'm doing, I'm just looking through what we got going on. So here we got 4 meters on 160 horse, 5 meters on 180, and 180 is kind of where we're capping out on power. So 5 meters. And you can see the horsepower requirements are starting to get really big. But this is where the mods really come in handy, because 180 horsepower will get us a 7.4 meter. And here you can see, yeah, so I'm thinking we're going to go for this one right here. And it's got kind of a dull red color, which I think just really fits the Case style. And I know we've run this on Fox Farm as well. I think I was very pleased with this. So we shall purchase that as well. Also, while we're thinking of it, I did find a disc harrow, and here's where the disc, like the discers just get ridiculous. You're gonna see 180 horsepower gets me 5 meters, which is nothing. 6 meters here for discer, and then right away look at the horsepower jump. So what I did, I found a Case one, and it gets me 9.8 meters with my required horsepower that I need. So 9.8, and what was the previous one? 6 meters. So it's pretty obvious. We love the Case red, it's awesome. Design 1 and 2 is, I believe that just changes your logos. Or does it change anything else? I can't really tell. Yeah, that gets me the international sticker. Okay. So not too much has changed, just international. And I think that's fine. Attacher type would be trailer. That's your hitch in the front. Category 3, category 2. But I'm going to go for trailer simply because if I need to tote it with a truck, it's nice and easy to do. $10,000. Beautiful. That will do for that stuff. Now, there's one more thing left to do. We have to find ourselves another combine. And I know I told you guys we got rid of the 1400, 1600 we kept, but that leaves us the 2100. In the 21, the horsepower gains are quite a bit bigger. So we have the 2188, which is as big as you can get them. And this has got the extension on it, which is lovely. Still 10,000 liter hopper though, that's kind of interesting. And here a little bit less horsepower. So I'm thinking this is going to be the model we're going to be going with. Tires, I'm not too worried. Twin wheels in the front. Like, all these don't really affect me in any way. I wish it was just two-wheel drive in the back, but it's not. So we'll just have to leave it as is. You can add a trailer hitch, which is awesome. Always go with long pipe. That's not even a question. And here, all we got to do here is front and back. We want plates. Okay. Beautiful. I believe the front should be, oh yeah, up there on the railing. Wonderful. This is going to be the big purchase. But that's okay. We needed it. And if we take that one, we can see what we can hook up to. It looks like at least a 20-footer as far as headers go. So let's see what we have right now for headers. We have a 7.6 meters, so I believe we should be able to get a little bit of a bigger one. We're going to go back to the, what are these called? Honeybees. That was the one that we have right now. We're going to go one bigger, and again, quite a fair bit more money. Cross auger, sure. We do like the blower on it. It looks kind of neat. And purchase. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think our semi's going to be loaded. I have a funny feeling. And look at that, we spent $500,000 worth of equipment. That is unreal. Oh well. Part of doing business, I suppose. Merry Christmas to us. Well, some people are in a hurry. This is what happens when you hire your AI drivers. Oh, one thing's for sure, that combine's going as fast as it possibly can. That is kind of funny. I have a feeling that we should have let the combine go last. Now there's going to be another tractor that's going to crash into him. Just you watch. There's a case. Combine. Yeah, here we go. This guy's going full tilt too. And we need to get our semi going here. Well, there's two pieces of the equipment that just came in. We've got the discer and the cultivator, and I believe the combine is just rolling by the other farmyard right now. Actually, it's coming up to the junction there, so if we just run ahead a little bit, we'll probably be able to see it. It's slowly putting its way over, but it also doesn't drive as fast as those tractors. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can see it rolling there. Perfect. Our new 86 series, I believe it can go up to 45 kilometers an hour, so that's actually not bad. I'm kind of curious as to which one is going to provide the nicest cutting. So just for the chuckles of it, I'm going to take this tractor. And it's got a really cool gear shift selection from the look of it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I believe it should go in a high range yet. Maybe not. But anyway, that's that's actually pretty substantial of a swath that it can do. That's cool. I'm really liking that. Now what I want to do, I want to grab this tractor as well. Yes, Mr. Combine, I will get out of your way. Don't want you running me over. I know we still have to do those eggs, and that's kind of how we started our episode. We need to do eggs, but we got a little carried away because our trailer was full. But I was going to do a little bit of a comparison just to see the size difference. Oh, would you look at that? There's actually harrows at the end of this cultivator. That's kind of cool. But yeah, the discer definitely holds the advantage. There's probably a good 5 feet more that it can do. And I don't know if the 1066 is up for the task, but just for the fun of it, I'm actually going to try and see what it'll do. Let's hire a worker and see if it'll pull it. No, it does. It's not bad. I mean, I can tell it's struggling, but it's not terrible. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe I'll get the 1066 to cultivate this field. And here, let's dismiss worker. We'll get the 1066 to do this small field, and we'll take the discer onto the big field. Now I'm wondering if we get harrows, does that mean that we don't get stones anymore? Because that is fantastic if we don't get any more stones. I think everyone knows how annoying it is picking all the stones out and having to collect them. Can't really do much with them anyway. Alright, set that guy to motion. Oh yeah, it spins a bit. That is perfect. And we are going to move this guy over to the big field. I have a feeling he will do just nicely. This is such a nice big discer. I like it. And then the fact we could get it with international logo, priceless. Absolutely priceless. We'll lower it down. And we'll do just one pass here along the perimeter. Ooh, look at that. It stuttered a little bit. But we're going. It's kind of uphill, as you can see. Oh yeah, now she's rolling. I think when we start going the other direction, you won't notice as much of a stutter either. I just wanted to do this one pass just so it had a little more turning room. And I might do it on the far end as well. But yeah, 18 clicks an hour, that's not bad. And the ground looks nice. It's almost a field bed. Yeah, I got no issues with this. This is gorgeous. I think we're gonna like this new tractor. I got a feeling. So while those fellas are out cultivating and disking, we're gonna go empty out our trailer, because we still have lots of eggs to haul, and we also have a fair bit of honey as well. So it's gonna be one of those episodes where we kind of catch up on all things. And I'm gonna bring this to the same place where the other header is, so we can do a little size comparison. And oh yeah, there is. Look at that. There's no question even. This is a fair bit bigger. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, that is gorgeous. And now we'll park the combine in beside our 16, just to do a little comparison. I think it's still funny that they have the exact same hopper capacity, which means we don't need to get a bigger grain cart. The 1066 should be able to pull that grain cart real easy now. But notice the difference in the cab aesthetic. If you look, the controls are a fair bit more modern now. That's pretty cool. Whereas in this one, if you look, we're still very much that 1980s style. But that's alright. Finally, we can actually get to doing all of our egg chores. I did slide some of these eggs to the side just to see if more of them would collect, but it didn't seem like there were any extras waiting to be collected. So now it's a matter of scooping all of these up and putting them on the trailer. And yeah, all the fun we have doing that. And of course, you guys know I'm not going to subject you guys to this painful skid steer maneuvering, because yeah, that tends to be a little bit boring, shall we say. I'm just checking in on the tractors again to see how they're doing, and it looks like my discer is doing really well. Just about, well, just over halfway done with the corn section, and then it'll be on to the barley part. And the other one, our little 1066, is nearly complete with the field. Isn't that beautiful? There's a little bit of stones, but not too terrible. I'm sure we can work around that. But yeah, that is quite amazing. I'm surprised that the 1066 was able to handle this cultivator, because it's about 40 horsepower more than what it's really rated for. But it seems to be doing okay. Here we see our full load of eggs. Well, it's half a trailer load, right? But yeah, we're gonna go deliver these eggs first, and then that trailer over there has honey. And I think for the most part the bees are done for the season, so we'll be able to return that trailer. And maybe next year we'll have to buy one, because it's definitely proved itself worthwhile. Well, time to see what we got for all of these eggs. I've already undone the straps. You can see they kind of slide forward now. Well, we'll let them clean it off. Slowly but surely, they're getting them off. Keep going. Yep, that's it. Slowly getting these off. We spent, you know, $500,000 worth of equipment. We may as well get some money back from all of our summer efforts. There we go. What do we get? Oh, almost 60,000. That's not terrible. Now we got to see how much our honey brought us. I'm going to go back to the yard and I'm going to go hook up that honey trailer. Okay, let us see how much we can get with all of the honey we just picked up. This would be this year's crop. I'm curious how much it's going to be in total. I have a feeling this will be a pretty good harvest. And then we still have to check in, see how much we've actually sold as far as all of our grains and that, and probably going to load up the train. That might be next episode, loading up the train and doing some grain sales. For now, we're just kind of doing all the yard stuff. You know, we've been putting the stuff off for too long, so now is probably a good time to do it. Alright, keep going, guys. Keep unloading. We need to see how much we made. But I can tell just by the way that the numbers are going up in the top right hand corner. This should be a decent little haul. Probably well worth renting this trailer, that's for sure. And how much was it now? Oh, 96. That is not terrible at all. In fact, I would say that's really good. Almost 100,000 off of a year's worth of honey. That's a pretty good scoop, and that was all passive income. We didn't really have to do anything other than right now deliver. That was pretty well it. Wonderful. We are still waiting for our disker to finish up, so I figure why not fertilize our canola field. Now that we have some much bigger tractors that we can actually use on fertilizing and stuff, it shouldn't take too terribly long anyway. So that's kind of what I'm planning here. Oh, says no field found, but I beg to differ. I think there is a field that can be found. Look at that. Gorgeous. Yep, that works. Alright, now let's take a quick look and see how our disker is doing. Still running that 18 clicks an hour, which is great. And this field bed is just so much nicer than the one the cultivator made where the stones came up. Not that I'm complaining, but it's just, wow. This is gorgeous. And it's wider than the cultivator too, so bonus points. I like this disker. I think it's going to be really, really good. This field over here is just about done. And I've got the 1066 picking rocks. Once I'm done cultivating or disking this field, I'm going to move over to field 10 where we harvested our soybeans last time, and I'm going to go disc there as well. Although I don't think we need to show that. I think you guys can pretty much see exactly what's happening just by what you've seen thus far. But before I do leave you guys, I did want to show you the interior of this tractor. It's very much a 70s and 80s style tractor, but look at the ornate insides. This is that Western, I think it was called Western Yellow or something like that, the interior option. And yeah, it is so cool. I honestly really like it. I think it looks gorgeous. So much better than the black, the standard black. I think we're going to enjoy using this tractor and disker combo a lot. So yeah, let's let this guy finish up and then I'll get him reset and then we'll go from there. Okay, we've set our disc off here at field number 10, and I think that is a good time for us to close the show down. As you can see, my 1066 is back in the shed, and the other tractor, I believe, is finished fertilizing. Yes, look at that, all done. Perfect. I gotta go clean up all of my equipment. And so with that thought in mind, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Thank you very much for watching the video. And I do hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care.